So there's still more news on this E-levy thing, which is causing a lot of stir in our Parliament House, in public, and now in the Supreme Court. Okay, so what happened was that Haruna Idrisu, that's the minority leader um, of the National Democratic Congress, as well as other two MPs with him, went to the Supreme Court, with an injunction that the implementation of the E-levy should be put on hold, even though it has already started. Now, by their determination, they hope that it will be put on hold until a lot of thought has been put into it before its implementation. So Haruna Idusu, Mahama Ayariga, and Samuel Okujeto have taken this to court for the Supreme Court to change the verdict on this E-levy. Now, unfortunately for them, the court did not really take their request into consideration. In a unanimous decision, there was a 7-member panel of this apex court which looked at what they brought to them, and they decided that it was not going to be possible because of these reasons. The court decided that it was not going to be possible because the E-levy would occasion and bring some form of disruption to the state, and it will not be the right thing in the interest of the Ghanaian economy. According to those 7 panel members, it will bring greater hardship because it will be causing confusion between the government, the GRA, and all those who are using the mobile money platforms for transactions. Now that it has been made to come to effect, they expressed these reasons that in the event that the injunction brought by these 3 MPs are taken into consideration and they decide to put it on hold, it will mean that they'll have to argue their case out against what the government is also bringing on. And in the time where they are arguing, in case maybe the government wins the case, or during that time, the government will now have to think of ways to take back all those E-levy payments that they didn't take during that time that this matter was in court. So the Supreme Court doesn't think it's the right thing to do to put it on hold. They are bringing these reasons, and they are also saying that government cannot make up for the taxes that will be lost as a result of the injunction during this period. So if for example it's going to take the Supreme Court maybe 5 weeks or 5 months to decide, during that 5 months that the E-levy is on hold, people will be using the mobile money without those charges. And when it's time, let's say if the government wins the case and it's time, government will still require that that arrears, those gaps that were supposed to have been paid, because it was made to come to effect. You get it? So as for the government, all they know is that from that time to now, by their plan, some sort of money is supposed to be received for those transactions. So now will the government try and go back to those people who have used the mobile money during that period to collect it, or would the Ghana Revenue Authority, you get it, would they have to find ways to make up for those arrears? The court decided that the applicants and the public would also may not suffer any serious harm if the application was not granted, but it may be of a loss to the state, and according to them it was not proper. So they are bringing these reasons for their refuting to allow this plea of these 3 MPs. They are also wondering if the court orders the Ghana Revenue Authority to refund the E-levy that has already been collected to the public. Now this is also another reason that they are saying it should not be put on hold. Should in case let's say these three MPs win their case, and during this time that people have already used it and then paid for extra charges by the E-levy, 1.5 deduction. Let's say if these three MPs win the case and then it is not made to come to effect anymore, how about the time that those people have paid for those charges? How about those people who have paid for those taxes? Would they order the Ghana Revenue Authority to refund those payments back to those mobile money users? You get it? So they are declaring that it is more or less of unconstitutional, and it will not really work like that. I personally think that the problem is this E-levy thing should have been, if it was really going to be have implemented, it should have been from the beginning, so that all this trouble wouldn't come. You see, many people are used to the normal charges that they are always charged when they make those mobile money transactions. So now to add another extra tax to it, it makes it a little complicated for some people. And also you should know that there are those who I would not be too happy because they are not too confident with the calculation, and by their estimation, if they are wrong, if they don't calculate this 1.5 deduction properly, it may affect them and to bring inconvenience to them. So I don't know, I think what should be done is that the minority and the majority should both sit down proper and then think about this thing, talk it through, and then decide once and for all, are we taking it or are we scraping it out? Instead of this today to be taken, tomorrow it will not be taken. I don't know, if you don't take this matter can stretch longer than you think. And what will happen is that, for example, maybe from May to July, the taxes will be collected and people will be charged. And let's say if one party wins the case, then from July to maybe October, the E-levy will not be collected anymore. Then something will happen that maybe the economy is going down, and then the government will decide that it should come into play again. Then that means from October to December, the E-levy will be charged. You get it? So it's going to be bringing too many confusion, too many up and down calculations and all of that. It's going to make things kind of very messy. So I'm thinking they should really find a way to sit down, if they are really serious about it, both parties should sit down and think it through. Should this E-levy be a thing or not? If yes, fine. If not, then let them forget it once and for all. So that is it. These three MPs are doing their best to fight for those who are unhappy about this E-levy taxes, but the Supreme Court did not grant them their request. Their case was dismissed. On the other hand, they still claim they are going to be doing their best to bring this E-levy thing to the deathbed, so that it will no more be an issue for Ghanaians, because they claim they are looking at the interest of the Ghanaians, the poor Ghanaians, and all those whose lives are affected by mobile money greatly, and how they can help them. Right now, from what I'm seeing, I'm just guessing. If you compare what they are saying to what the Supreme Court too has to do, I mean, everyone has their own point. Everyone has something valid in what they are saying, and so far, by what I'm hearing, if the E-levy is declared as unconstitutional, if it is declared null and void, so far it may look like the sum deducted could be refunded by the GRA. It looks like. On the other hand, if it is, if the E-levy, if these taxes are injuncted by this court, and at the end the applicants fail in their substantive cases, then the GRA to also be unable to recover those monies that they did not receive during that period. So it's just a dicey things like that. The balance is kind of tricky, so we don't know what it's going to look like. If these people continue to fight it, who knows? Maybe the E-levy will be taken away. But the thing is, what if it is brought back again? You get it? So are people now going to be calculating the time on which to make mobile money transactions? Maybe when the e-levy is being implemented, many more people will decide not to use it. But when it is taken away, then people will start using it again. Then when it is brought back, people will reduce their usage. I don't know. Maybe that's going to be how it's going to look like. That's just me trying to wonder what this debate and this arguments are going to lead to. So that is it. It seems we'll bring you more news concerning this e-levy, because it's now a very hot topic in the nation. But you guys can leave your comments. For all the people who are listening, leave your comments in the section below. Let's talk. Let's understand each other. Is this e-levy thing a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Or let's not even look at whether it's good or bad. Should it be scraped out? Should it be a thing that will be done today, tomorrow, no, or according to the ways of the economy, or what? Like, just bring your views in the comment section below and let's discuss. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and have a very nice day.